What's up, Fish Tank TV? This is Bro Fish Tank, and today I'm bringing you a cichlid fry video to help all of you people with cichlid fry. Now, when you just start out with getting cichlid fry, you're probably wondering, what should I feed these guys? And there's a very simple answer to this, but there's a lot of different methods. What I would say you should do, which is the one that most people prefer, but this is mostly if you keep fish like peacocks, Haplochromys, or shell dwellers, then it's a good idea to feed them newly hatched brine shrimp. These shrimp are going to be absolutely tiny. They're going to live in fresh water for about a half hour. You can put them in there and they will be crazy on them and get all excited and eat them. I'm just going to focus on a cichlid guy right here. So basically, yeah, that is kind of the advanced method, I guess you could say, but it works really well. But for fish like these guys, which are mabunas, these are rotas, you should feed them something which is more fiber rich. Now, personally, I like using micro pellets. Although these ones are for tropical, so there are going to be proteins in here, but you do need proteins to actually make your fish grow better. And the fish in here actually seems to better like the red pellets, which are the protein pellets. I like those more than the other pellets. Anyway, there's also green pellets in here. There are a lot of those, and then there's also white/yellow pellets, which basically are containing minerals and vitamins. I'm going to show you when I'm feeding that in a moment. Anyways, the other method is getting flake food. Preferably if you can get some Malawi or Tanganyika flake food. You just crush it up like this in a Ziploc bag, and you just crush it with your fingers, and it will turn to dust, and these guys love it. The reason to keep it in a Ziploc bag is to make it so there's no moisture that's going in to be in there. But this is kind of dirty, so I prefer the pellet way because that is basically what is most clean. But if you feed flake foods, you probably need to clean your aquarium much more often. So I'm sorry for that, but it's a simple method to do. I feed them this 2 times a week because you need to vary their diet. Because if you vary their diet, they are basically going to enjoy it more, and they're going to get more stuff out of the food than if you just feed them the same thing the whole time. So I will also soon be feeding them brine shrimp just for fun, and give them a little bit of protein. So yeah, don't get me wrong, Mabuna also need protein, but not too much, because then you will risk Malawi bloat. Although it's not a big risk when they're small, because at that point they're just using all of the protein to grow. And you know, protein, as we all know, is very important to grow. So it doesn't really matter for these small guys, but remember, don't feed them too much, because there is a risk that your fish will basically die of Malawi bloat. Alright, so let me show you here when I feed micro pellets. So basically, this is also a Ziploc bag, so it's amazing. You can just open it like any other Hikari brand food. I'm just going to open it by laying down the camera. I'm sorry for that. I'm going to show you just how tiny this is. You can feed your fry this when they are about a week old, but for the time being, you should be feeding them flake food, because that is just much more easy to eat and digest. Anyways, you're going to clean your aquarium a lot at that point in time. But these are as small as sand particles. I mean, these are tiny. I have never seen more tiny pellets than these, and they are amazing. Look at this. Let me just see here. I can open up here and pour some food, and meanwhile you guys can watch. So I'm gonna make sure that I don't make the bag go off. You actually easily get this into your nails because it is so tiny. You can just see here. It is absolutely tiny. You can't even see it on the camera, but I can Here, now you can see it a little bit. Just focus a little bit. There you go, you can see it going crazy there. You want to feed them about 2 nips of this, 4 nips total per day to just make them eat. So yeah, you'll see here, it fast goes to the bottom, floating here, and my cichlids are already coming out to see what is happening. Looks a little bit like snow actually. But you can spot there's a lot of white and green pellets, but not as many red pellets. So yeah, you see they're already out eating. They love this food. This is the best to give them. I recommend it. They love it absolutely much. Some people request to get some grown cichlid food, and like mush it up with water, like pellets, like Hikari Sinking XL, Sinking Cichlid XL, that is what it's called. But that is just not my thing, because you'll basically pollute the water a lot, okay? So I can't recommend it. But yeah. So yeah. See you guys in another video.